What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon here. Today, I will be reviewing the top Pokemon card auctions of the week. We had some amazing cards come through, both on eBay, but also through PWCC's weekly and monthly auction. And that includes a PSA 10 no rarity symbol Japanese base set Charizard. And we also saw a couple of god tier PSA 10 Gold Star cards come through as well. So stay tuned for all that and more. Thank you all so much for supporting this channel by watching this series each and every week. Please do give this video a like and don't forget to be a subscriber if you're not already. And please use my eBay link below to support the channel. If you do any shopping on eBay, they would give me a small kickback, so I appreciate you all doing that. So in typical top 10 Pokemon fashion, let's start this video out with some modern product, starting with Celebration Set. Last week we reviewed a lot of the Celebrations Classic Collection cards. This week, let's take a look at a couple of the regular Celebrations cards in this Flying Pikachu VMAX, that in CGC 10 pristine condition, sold for $76. So not the stellar price we're looking for in a CGC 10. But then we saw this gold Mew card in PSA 10 that sold for $179.50. So this gold Mew card continues to be one of the heavy hitters from Celebration Set. And we also saw several of the Brilliant Stars graded cards. Let's go over just a few of them. Here is the Pikachu V Full Art in PSA 10 that sold for $122. Here is an awesome Mimikyu VMAX that sold for $180. A Full Art Gloria Trainer card that sold for $240. And then a Charizard V Full Art card that sold for $455, while the Rainbow Rare Charizard V-Star sold for $486. And we saw multiple modern Black Label cards come through. Here is a Black Label Celebi V. This is from the Fusion Strike set, and it sold for $4,250. Now, folks, I have a problem with this card, and I usually don't with Black Label cards, but take a look at this card. On the front, doesn't look too shabby, right? Looks pretty pristine. But when you get to the back, I don't know, folks. I feel like it's kind of off-centered. You know, I feel like it's shifted slightly to the left there, which I believe does not warrant a Black Label label. What do y'all think? I mean, if you're gonna pay that much money for a modern card and it's supposed to be absolute perfection, I don't know. That's what I would expect to see in my Black Label card, is absolutely perfect centering. So typically I am impressed with the Black Label grade, but this time, like I said, they're probably spent over 10 times the amount on this card as you would a PSA 10, so I would expect it to be absolute perfection. We also saw a Black Label Lunala GX card that sold for $870, and we also saw a Black Label Japanese Lugia that sold for $2,024. Here we saw a sealed team-up box that sold for $815. The team-up booster box continues to be one of the higher valued booster boxes from the Sun and Moon series. Let's take a look at a few of the cards that come in this box. We saw a Magikarp and Wailord GX card that sold for $177, and then a Rainbow Rare Gengar and Mimikyu GX that sold for $245. And then here is a lineup of a bunch of Rayquaza cards. Any Rayquaza fans out there, stay tuned. We're gonna go through a bunch of Rayquaza cards. Here is a Rayquaza EX from Black and White series, Dragons Exalted, that sold for $159. And then a Rayquaza EX Black Star promo sold for $202. Here are a few cards from Roaring Skies, a Rayquaza EX that sold for $110, and a Mega Rayquaza EX that sold for $110 as well. But then this Mega Rayquaza EX, which is the one that was reprinted in Celebration Set, sold for $153. Here's a Rayquaza Holo from EX Delta Species that sold for $449. And a Rayquaza Holo from EX Deoxys set that sold for $1,183. And lastly, for our Rayquaza Rush, we had a Rayquaza C Level X from Supreme Victors that sold for $1,350. Primal Kyogre from Ancient Origins set that sold as a PSA 10 for $610. And then here I wanted to mention the special delivery Bidoof that in PSA 10 sold this week for $1,150. All right, on to some vintage cards from eBay. Here is an Unlimited Alakazam Holo in PSA 10. This is a rather old label on this card, but it sold for $741. And then we had a first edition Flareon Holo from Jungle Cell for $2,125. And a first edition Moltres from Fossil Set. Magnificent card. This sold for $1,009 this week. Quite a few Team Rocket cards. Here's a Dark Alakazam Holo in first edition that sold for $480. And then a first edition Holo Dark Golbat that sold for $475. Here we saw two first edition Dark Dragonite holos in PSA 10. One sold for $2,025. Another one with a much better picture taken of it sold for $2,550. Here we saw a first edition holographic Rainbow Energy from Rocket Set, very low pop PSA 10 card that sold for $1,277. Here is a holographic Sabrina's Alakazam in PSA 10. This is the card you get from the Sabrina's theme deck that sold for $535. And then a holographic Erica's Venusaur. This is unlimited, but it sold for $951. An unlimited Shining Raichu from Neo Destiny sold for $980. Here is a reverse holographic Charizard from Legendary Collection in PSA 10 that sold for $13,100. And then a PSA 9 Gold Star Rayquaza that sold for $9,000 even. And then I saw a first edition holographic base set Charizard sell raw for $9,600. And when you look at this card, it looks very good. The back looks good, the front looks good. But when you look at it, and it even says in the description, there is like a crease going right across the middle of the card, kind of going into Charizard's mouth there. It's pretty noticeable. And I do believe that if PSA sees a crease of any kind of your card, on your card, it automatically drops it to like a PSA 6. So, I don't know, to pay $9,600 for this card and you're more than likely going to get a PSA 6 or lower. I mean, a PSA 6 of this card costs $6,200. Doesn't seem like a good investment to me. Maybe this was shill bidded, I'm not sure. It didn't seem like it was shill bidded. The seller had good feedback. The seller was selling a bunch of other things. So, I don't know, the bids looked pretty legit. So I hope somebody didn't actually pay this kind of money for this card, because I think if you grade it, you're going to lose out in quite a bit. And then here we saw a Gold Star Vaporeon from the EX Power Keeper set in PSA 10 that sold for $2,656. And then here's a card you hardly ever see. It is the Lugia Holo from Call of Legends set that sold as a PSA 10 for $2,750. Before we get into the sealed product segment of the video, I wanted to mention this awesome reverse holographic Bulbasaur from Expedition set that sold as a PSA 10 for $560. On to some sealed product. We saw a booster box of Ancient Origins sell for $680. And then we saw this fake first edition Team Rocket box sell for $9,100. So once again, I hope somebody didn't actually pay for this, because I think they just got royally gypped. Here we saw a first edition Jungle box sell for $9,700, and then a couple of base set unlimited boxes. This one sold for $13,600, and the other one sold for $14,900. On to the PWCC weekly auction recap. We saw a PSA 10 Charizard Spectra card from the Topps Chrome series that sold for $2,880. A Dark Blastoise First Edition Holo sold for $2,640. A First Edition Caesar card from Neo Discovery sold for $2,640. A First Edition Dark Raichu Holo from Team Rocket set, the very first secret rare card ever, sold for $2,010 this week. A Gold Star Celebi from EX Crystal Guardian sold for $2,760. A Dark Charizard Holo First Edition from Rocket Set sold for $4,200. And a Japanese base set Charizard sold for $5,400 this week. A Gold Star Mewtwo from EX Holon Phantom sold for 5,520 big ones. And then we saw two Crystal Charizards. This is the reverse holo version that sold for $5,520. And the regular holographic in PSA 10 sold for an even $15,000. And then here we saw a BGS 9.5 Gold Star Charizard that sold for $9,600. And then we saw four amazing sales from this month's PWCC monthly premiere auction. Let's start with this University Magikarp promo that in PSA 10 sold for $78,000. This is a PSA 10 Pop 1 of 14 card, and it's truly a magnificent addition to anyone's collection. A PSA 10 Gold Star Charizard from EX Dragon Frontier sold this week for $24,000, which is about right on par with what it's sold for in the past year. And then we also saw a PSA 10 Gold Star Rayquaza card that kind of underperformed this week. It sold for $35,400, which is down from the past few sales where it sold between like $40,000 and $45,000, but still over $35,000 for this card. What else can you say? And then lastly, our auction of the week. I teased this in last week's auction video, but it is the PSA 10 No Rarity Symbol Japanese base set Charizard card. This card was also signed by the artist Arita, and it sold for $324,000. So what do y'all think of that sale? Was this more or less than you thought it would sell for? Let me know in the comments below. Whew, man, that was a lot of heat this week, folks. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Leave a like if you did and comment below what you thought of these auctions of the week. Thank you again for watching, folks. I really appreciate it. That's all I got for you. I'll see you in my next one.